I'm Ricky Murphy, Associate Pastor and Student Minister here at CrossPointe Fellowship. I want to take a few minutes this morning to take you on a tour of our church and facilities here at CrossPointe Fellowship. We begin here in the sanctuary. The sanctuary we moved into October of 2007. It seats 299 comfortably with plenty of room to grow. Constantly since the time that we've moved in, we've experienced spiritual growth and growth in numbers. And we're so pleased that you decided to be here with us. This is the heartbeat of our church. This is where we worship. This is where we gather to give praise to God. And this is where we try to grow spiritually. This is the most important part of our church. We have the most up-to-date media equipment to give you the most relevant worship experience possible. We're so glad that you've chosen to worship with us today. An important aspect of the CrossPointe experience is our children's ministry. We take it very serious here that we should nurture and teach and love our kids and raise them up to learn a biblical worldview. It is in these years that they will shape their ideas and very foundation of their belief system, and we want to be a huge part of their lives. That's why we have designed their classrooms and the ministry around reaching them and nurturing them and loving them and teaching them and making them feel like an important part of our church. Our children are so important. They're a big aspect of our lives here at CrossPointe Fellowship. Back behind our building right now, but I want you to envision something. I want you to envision a big playground with hundreds of kids running and jumping and sliding and swinging. Well, that's the plan for later on this summer, is for us to build a small park and playground back here just for our children. I know you may think, well, what's the purpose behind that? Why would we do that? It's because the learning to play and share time for our kids is such an important part of their development that we want to be a huge part of it. We want them to see that church is relevant not only with spiritual matters but in their everyday life. And this is going to be an important part of that in their life. CrossPointe House, the home of the student ministry here at CrossPointe Fellowship. You're in our 2,400 square foot youth facility. I'm so proud of this ministry, and maybe I'm a little biased because I am the youth minister, but this is one of the most exciting things going on in our church today. Live with the praise band on Wednesday night and 70 plus kids here just to worship and learn about God's Word. It's a special time for me, it's a special time for our youth program here on Wednesday nights, plus all the other activities that we take part of during the year. See You at the Pole, True Love Wakes, Big Stuff, Disciple Now. We just have a busy schedule, and it's an exciting ministry, and we invite you to come be a part of it. If there's any better picture of God's beauty than the 36 acres that we have, that we've built on our church and we plan to build in the future. And that's the reason we're in the car right now. I wanted you to imagine Sunday morning, sun's rising behind our church building. There's nothing more beautiful than the 36 acres of God's creation. So as we drive down the driveway, I just want you to think about God's creation and how it looks, and just the beautiful aspect of all that God's created for us and given to us here at CrossPointe. It's such a beautiful sight. So I'm going to stop talking and just kind of let you take in the scenery as we arrive here at CrossPointe Fellowship. Here to CrossPointe Fellowship. We hope you have a good time in worshiping with us today, and we just hope that you'll come back and visit us real soon.